All right, first and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and great glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakah, Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well, and salutations to the elect pushing this truth to the four corners of the earth in truth and sincerity. All right, in this particular video, I want to touch on this video that you see on your screen right here. All right, and as you can see, it reads, Americans warn grocery prices will spike soon. And this is because of the hold on the Straits of Hormuz. The Straits of Hormuz is closed, and this is rising gas prices. So in turn, these trucks that bring your food and other supplies, electronics, so forth and so on, this is getting affected, man. These prices are going up, and because they have to spend more money to fuel up to get to, these stores and drop off their freight. So what happens is what? They pass that cost off onto the consumer, you. All right? So that's what we're seeing right now. So they're warning that gas prices, not just gas prices, grocery prices will increase. It said about in 6 months, and this is just right now, in about 6 months, you can expect a 30% increase on your cost of living. So let's just say you make about $17, almost $18 an hour. Let's say you got a job, make $18 an hour. Damn, man. So your checks is about probably 1,100, 1,200 every 2 weeks, right? So you make 2,400 every 2 weeks. Just to put this in perspective, 30%, let's just say of 2,000, I believe it's like 600. So you would need to make $600 more a month in order to live the way that you're doing right now. And if you're struggling and you already asked for money, hit the tithes or whatever like that, you're talking about more of a struggle, a time. Right? So this is what we're seeing right now. So I'm just blowing this trumpet of the famine, man. And the famine is talked about in the scriptures. And inflation to hyperinflation leads to famine. All right, so I can grab that. I'm on the plantation right now, so I'm just gonna play this video, and then I'm gonna end it. People starting to get in my little businesses, all right?
The food crisis here in the United States is starting to show up, and Americans are extremely worried. And I'm telling you this before the price hikes actually start. What we have seen over the past several months is prices for groceries have gone up. Some people are starting to ration food because they can't afford their normal portions. But here's the problem. With gas prices going up, that also means transportation, shipping, everything is going to go up. Fertilizer's more expensive. As everything goes up, due to the fact that oil is increasing in price, well, we're gonna pay for it. So all these concerns that we're having today are going to be much worse in the next about 2 to 4 weeks. Now, I hate to worry you. I don't want to say, well, this is what we have to deal with, but this is the truth, that prices are going to continue to go up. Look at this right here.
Grocery prices just saw the largest increase, the largest monthly spike in 3 years. And this is before we are feeling.
And it's going to keep on increasing too. All right, this is not the end of it. Right now, the per barrel of oil is about fluctuating to about 114 to 120. All right, now they're talking about barrels of oil getting up to $200 per barrel of oil. Hey, man, we're talking about hyperinflation about to set in, and hyperinflation leads to what? A famine, and a famine is prophesied pursuant to 2 Ezra 6:22. Pursuant to Ezekiel 14:13, breaking the staff of bread, all right? Pursuant to Isaiah 65:12 on down, pursuant to Isaiah 9 and 20, just to list them, so forth and so on. All right?
The effects of the higher prices in oil and fertilizer. While eggs may have gone down, dairy, bread, beverages, meat, coffee, many other items have spiked dramatically. If you thought the grocery store was expensive before the U.S. attacked Iran, please be on notice. The cost of living is about to skyrocket.
And that's the truth. The cost of living is going to get much worse. Now, I was talking to somebody just the other day, and one of their concerns was that, well, if they get groceries delivered to their house, it costs them X amount of dollars. But if they go and get the groceries, again, it also costs them a little bit because of the gas. Now, everything's going to get more expensive. And I'm not just talking about groceries from the grocery store. Even if you want to go to a fast food restaurant, it's going to get more expensive because the cost of transportation. That's where you're going to start to see things really add up. Not only that, and this is something that I've talked to several people about, is their employees are already coming in saying that, hey, I need a little bit of a raise because I can't afford things right now, and I can't afford to keep coming to work when gas prices are where they're currently at. And that's if this war with the United States and Iran, this ends soon. According to reports, they're saying that even if the Strait of Hormuz was to open soon, like in the next 24, 48 hours, the problem is gas prices wouldn't immediately drop. They would stay elevated for some time, likely the next 10 to 14 days, maybe even longer than that. But they're saying then we'd see it come down, and it might come down quickly. So again, right now, a lot of people are wondering, well, what do we do? Especially as food prices are outright insane. Look at this.
1 pound of ground beef is now more than the federal minimum wage, guys.
Hey, that's deep, man. Getting into the famous second is just 6 and 22. Suddenly the sown places shall appear unsown. Sown places are the farms. All right? They got crops and animals, and that's how you get your storehouses full. Which then in turn the 18-wheelers, pack up the, load up their trucks and they bring it to another store. It tells you what the sown places shall appear unsown, and suddenly suddenly the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. Loosely quoting. All right. So if the farms is empty, then what of the storehouses, the full storehouses? So eventually you're gonna go to your Costco's, your BJ's, your Walmart, your Super Walmarts, even to your little stores, your Save-A-Lot, your Dollar Generals, and there's going to be no food on those shelves. All right, we're seeing the foreshadowing of it right now.
How crazy is this? And how far are they going to let these grocery prices get before they realize that regular people can just not afford this crap? Right now, let's do a comparison. Let's use a couple big chains of where I live. I'm on the West Coast. So we've got Albertsons, we've got Vons, we've got Stater Brothers, which I think is kind of like a West Coast thing. All of those are about twice the price of an Aldi, a Walmart, a Winco, a Safeco, or a Heb, or a Food for Less if you have that.
Here's what's interesting, okay?
Did you know there's a way to become your own bank with the right life insurance policy? It's called Indexed Universal Life Insurance.
Okay? If you, right now, today's March 20th, if you are not shopping grocery prices, you're making a mistake. If you are not looking for the cheapest gas at a gas station, using Gas Buddy or something, you're making a mistake. Because right now, everyone's trying to figure out ways to save money. But yet, we go to the grocery store and we continue to buy the exact same stuff that we were buying 3 months ago, 6 months ago, 12 months ago. We can't do that. We need to switch from name brands to store brands. We need to, maybe we cut back a little bit. Maybe we're not buying, Coke and Pepsi, and maybe we're buying store brand sodas, or just sticking to water for a little bit. That's fine. Let's get through this first. I want to show you another video though. Look at this one right here.
I'm at Walmart right now. Tell me if I'm tripping, but the price of meat has significantly gone up. Like, are we dead serious right now?
Expensive. Strawberries? That should be illegal.
No strawberries for me.
I wanted to buy cook a roast this weekend, but look at the prices, $35.
I'm in Publix right now, but please help me understand, when was a box of cereal $9
What is happening? $8.90 for these tiny little packets of chips?
$99. I know these ain't the damn
grocery stores. This is my favorite shit. Simply orange juice. $7. That's simply too motherfucking high.
Can somebody tell me why these chicken wings $30.80 for 10 of them? I might as well go to a restaurant and purchase them already cooked and clean and everything.
That's deep. That reminds me of the famous Second Kings 6:25, where they were purchasing, a donkey's head and dove's dung for an absorbative amount of money. And that's just really getting into hyperinflation. That's my point.
Do you see that? 27.76.
27.76, but ground beef is seriously like $7 to $8 a pound. It's much more expensive than what it used to be. And again, everyone's gonna say, "Oh, it's all because of the oil prices, all because of what the U.S. did in Iran." That's part of it, but we haven't seen that yet. We haven't seen the sticker shock from that yet. That's coming. That's what, according to reports, that's what we're going to see in the next potentially 2 to 4 weeks. That's the issue. Okay? The problem is we cannot afford things.
So the plot even thickens. I thought the prices were going up. We're seeing it go up right now and things of this nature because of the gas that was going on right now in the so-called Middle East with the Straits of Hormuz. Hey, according to this heathen, we haven't even seen the effects of that yet. And we see things increasing. Oh, man.
Now. And then in the next 2 to 4 weeks, we are going to see the sticker shock where cereal might actually be $10 to $12 for a box of cereal. Ground beef, and everyone's wondering, well, why is ground beef so expensive? Well, there's a lot of different factors here. The processing of it, okay, that's an issue. Well, you gotta raise the cattle, you gotta the fertilizer, the feed, all this stuff, it adds up, and that's the issue. That's what most people don't realize, and again, one of the biggest problems. I do want to show you another clip though. Listen to this one right here.
Bro, I just spent over $500 at Kroger like 10 days ago. Okay, so that's kind of a long time, I guess, 10 days. But it was $500, and it was just a lot, and I felt like I stocked up my stuff. I was so proud of that grocery trip. I was like, I got so much meat, I got so many veggies, I got so many snacks. I stocked us up, right? And now we're out of everything already. Everything. We are out of basically everything. Like, if I went into my pantry, I could find a few things to cook, right? I mean, we're not completely like barren. I'm not like, oh, please help me, save me, I need food. We're not like that, but at the same time, it's like, my God, how quickly do we go through stuff? Did I really not stock up that great?
That's the other issue. Now, said this before, there is something called shrinkflation. We are seeing a little bit of that, especially coming into 2026. So we've been kind of dealing with that for the last 3 months. But the issue right now is that we may have additional shrinkflation, and this is simply where you, instead of getting a big box of cereal for, let's say $7-8, right? Let's just say $7 for the 64-ounce box of cereal. Instead of getting that 64-ounce box of cereal for $7, maybe it's $7, but instead of getting 64 ounces, you're getting like 56. So it's like 8 ounces less. That's the only difference. That's what shrinkflation is. Box looks the same. The size is pretty close as far as height and width, but it may be a little bit thinner. That's something that we're seeing. I have actually bought a box of Cheez-Its just the other day, and I noticed that from just a couple months ago, the last time I bought a box of Cheez-Its, the box was a little bit wider. This one was very narrow. same size and everything, but I think it was like 4 ounces less. So I thought that was somewhat interesting that just in the past 2 months, a box of Cheez-Its actually experienced shrinkflation. So just wanted to share this with you because a lot of people are saying, well, it's okay, this is just going to be a quick little thing. No, the issue right now is that the prices that we're seeing at the grocery store haven't actually priced in the cost increase due to this war with the United States and Iran and pretty much the shutdown of the Strait of Hormuz. The issue though, and again, this is why I'm bringing it to your attention, hopefully these grocery stores will actually, they raise prices and they'll keep them here, but based off what we've seen in the past, they've raised them prematurely, and instead of keeping them where they're at, once their prices increase and their profit margins shrink, they will likely increase prices a little bit more. So just be aware of that. Right now, millions of people are extremely concerned about rising prices on grocery products, and they should be. But again, let me know your thoughts, Dylan.
Well, there you have it. Hope you could take something from that. And with that, I'm going to say shalom.